Hello, it's Courtland with more insights for your personal development and self-understanding. I provide tools and techniques for you to develop a resilient mindset, the type of mindset that is so strong that you bounce back from things that make other people quit. I want to just share with you today a framework, a system that I use to move through things more quickly, and it is one that you can use very effectively to design your life. Imagine that, right? Just imagine that, a life by design, one in which you get more want tos than have tos. You get in the course of your day, you're doing more of the things that you want to do and less of the things that you have to do. Imagine having created a life that is such that you're not looking forward to taking a vacation from it. And I can speak to that. I haven't always viewed it this way. There was a period of my life where I was on the road for over 200 days a year. And it seemed like I was always missing out on the things that my friends and, my buddies or family had going. And though I loved what I did, there was definitely a part of me that felt it was more have to than want to. And this is a framework or system that I used in order to shift my mindset and to create greater abundance and prosperity, allowing me today to have more of the time freedom that I would like to have. And so this framework, it just happens this way because I like things that are easy to remember. Okay, especially when it's effective. I like for it to be easy to remember. And so sorry, my phone was just kind of buzzing there. But I like things that are easy to remember. And so with this framework, it's going to be easy for you to remember as long as you can remember the letter A and you can remember 4 things. Okay. Number one, if you're going to design your life and be more responsive than reactionary, then it starts with acknowledging where you are, or to acknowledge what it is that you feel. When I talk about where you are, I'm obviously not talking about a physical location or even the state of affairs in your life. I'm talking about acknowledging what it is that you feel about the circumstances or about where you are, acknowledging and being honest about and telling the truth about it. Okay. So more than, oh, I'm fine, things are great, it's all good. You got to first acknowledge where you are. And then the second piece of the framework is to accept how you feel. A lot of times there, particularly in personal development, there's this idea around always having a positive attitude, always having positive emotion. One, it's unrealistic. And two, it doesn't work. See, the feelings themselves are not negative. The feeling of hurt or disappointment or sadness, anger, resentment, pissed off, these are not negative. The feelings are actually a signal, okay? And it is your frequency of vibration in the moment. And as long as you stay there, wherever it is, then you can attract more of the same, there's no doubt. However, the feeling itself is not positive or negative. It really depends on what you want to create. Think about a time when you were really angry, and even in your anger, you went out and created something that was very positive for you. This morning, before I got started, I was definitely angry and upset and pissed off about some things going on in my life. And I turned that energy to, okay, how can I go create, and what's some work that I can go do? But first, you got to accept where you are, and not I shouldn't be feeling this way. It ought not matter. I really shouldn't care. Why is it even a big deal? Because as we know, what you resist will persist. That actually drives the nail in deeper, so to speak. So you're going to first acknowledge, then you're going to accept. The third piece is to appreciate. Appreciate, meaning, now sometimes I speak of gratitude and the eyes roll in the back of the head. Here we go with gratitude again. But here's the reality. When you move to the level of appreciation, then you're starting to discover some of the learnings, or you're discovering some of the benefits for the experience. See, the law of polarity again says that in order for anything to exist, then the opposite must exist also. Nothing is all bad, nor is anything all good. So if you want to bring yourself back into balance, if you are experiencing resentment, let's say, which is where I was earlier, I'm starting to feel a lot better now because I started to focus on service through these videos and so forth. However, when you find yourself in a place of resentment, then that's an imbalance in perspective. So I'm seeing it only one way. If you want to bring it back into balance, then you have to shift, right? Shift your understanding, shift your perspective by seeing the benefits of it. And that's what I mean by appreciation. You can appreciate the learning, even though you may not appreciate the experience. Even though you may not have liked the experience, you can appreciate the learning. So again, you're going to acknowledge, that's number one. And then once you have acknowledged, then you accept. Once you accept, then you appreciate. And then once you appreciate, now you can advance. That's the fourth A. Now you can advance. So acknowledge, accept, appreciate. Number four is advance, meaning move forward, move off of it, from the place of responsibility. No matter where I've been, no matter what I've been through, what comes next is up to me. No matter what I've done, no matter what I've been through, what comes next is up to me. And so you can advance in your life, you can advance in your business, you can advance your relationship if you're willing to do those previous three A's. That fourth A is where you're experiencing the growth, right? And so as I shared with you this morning, I was upset and, in resentment. I had to acknowledge what I had done. I accepted what I was feeling. I then appreciated the feeling because it was evidence that I was not where I thought I was. I wasn't at the place that I thought I was. And I got a reminder that there are still parts of me that go backwards. What I'm loving, as I'm sharing it with you right now, this is real time. What I'm loving is the amount of time or the space between appreciating and acknowledging to advancing. That space, that time has become much shorter. Whereas I used to be upset for a day or sometimes even a week. Now, at least in this instance, I'm able to see that I was able to shift in a matter of minutes. So that excites me, all right? So you will be able to advance only after you've done the first three. And through advancement, it's the recognition that no matter where I've been and no matter what I've been through, what comes next is up to me. So you get to determine, you get to dictate the terms on if whether or not it's going to affect you for the rest of the day, if it's going to affect you in how you handle your business, if it's going to affect you in your relationships, and then also how long. That framework, that system, it works. Practice it, use it. If you have questions about specifically how it works, then reach out to me at info@optifect.com, info@optifect.com. If you have any questions about particular, or specifics around each phase. But first, acknowledge. There's something very powerful that happens when you acknowledge. And then appreciate, right? Being honest about what you feel and appreciating the fact that you have the feeling. And then once you appreciate, right? Then once you appreciate, okay, then you can move. Now you're setting yourself up for the advancement. Okay, that's how you're going to set yourself up, right? But you're not going to do that without those first three phases. I hope this helps. If it does, don't keep it a secret. Let some people know about it. You can use it as your own, framework. It doesn't matter. Right. The reality is you and I both could say the exact same thing and it'd be heard completely different. So I'm most concerned with getting the information out that enables people to see that they are more than the stories they've bought into, and they're capable of more than they've given themselves credit for. I look forward to sharing with you next time. This again is a channel where I really focus on assisting entrepreneurs and commission salespeople on the mindset necessary to bounce back from things that make other people quit. If you like it, if you like it, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.